Hello everyone. Let's continue with the properties of asymptotic notations. Right? Properties of asymptotic notation. So already we have seen the reflexive property. Now we'll discuss about the symmetric property. So here we'll discuss about symmetric property. Right? Symmetric property. So what is symmetric property? Let's understand. What is it? f of n equal to order of g of n, right? F of n equal to order of g of n, then g of n equal to order of f of n, g of n equal to order of f of n, right? G of n equal to order of f of n, then we can say symmetric property is holding, right? Or it is closed under the symmetric property. Now what will happen in this case? Let's understand. Assume that assume that f of n that is equal to n, and here g of n that is n square, right? If f of n is n and it is n square, then can we say g of n equal to order of f n also? G of n equal to order of f of n. Can we say this one? Let's understand. So here g of n equal to n square equal to, it is n order of n. Is it true? No, it is false, right? It means in case of big O notation, we it don't hold the symmetric property, right? Or it is not closed under the symmetric property. Yes, now tell me, it is clear or not? So it is not closed, right? Yes, is it clear to all? Okay, fine. What about the small o? In case of small o, that property is holding or not? If it is a small o, then it is holding this property or not? Yes, what do you think? Yeah, definitely correct. So in case of small o also, it doesn't hold the symmetric property, right? So in case of small o, in that case also it is not holding the symmetric property. So in case of small o, it is also failing, right? Let's see the next one. Second one we can say, it is a f of n equal to omega of g of n. F of n equal to omega of g of n, right? Or f of n equal to omega of g of n, then g of n equal to omega of f of n, right? G of n equal to omega of f of n, right? In that case we can say it is holding the property, right? In that case we can say it is holding the symmetric property, right? So what will happen in this case? Let's see. Here it is n square assume, and here it is a n, right? In this case it is holding the okay, so this case is valid. But what about this one? Here it is g of n. G of n means it is n. n equal to omega of f of n. F of n is n square. Okay, now it is holding the property or not? It is not holding the property. It means symmetric property does in case of symmetric property, it doesn't hold, right? Or we can say omega is not closed under the symmetric property, right? So it is not closed. What about the small omega? Yes, in case of small omega, what will happen? It is closed or not? So in case of small omega also it is not holding the symmetric property, because in case of omega that should be f of n that should be less than c dot g of n, right? So here also it will not follow this property. Okay, then let's see the next one. Next one, let me rub this one. So in case of big O, it is not satisfying. In case of that small o, it is not satisfying. In case of omega, it is not satisfying. In case of small omega also, it is not satisfying, right? Then what about the theta notation? Let's see. If f of n equal to theta of g of n, f of n equal to theta of g of n, then it should hold this property that theta just a minute. Yes, then g of n equal to theta of f of n. Yes, what about in this case? Okay, so theta property it will hold when it is following the omega condition, also it is following the big O condition, right? और दोनों को सेटिस्फाई जब करेगी, बिगो को भी सेटिस्फाई करेंगे, ओमेगा को भी सेटिस्फाई करेंगे. और वो केस कौन सा पॉसिबल है? ओनली वन केस इज पॉसिबल when left hand side assume it is n square and right hand side that is also n square, means the both are equal. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में f of n that is equal to g of n, दोनों जब इक्वल होंगे तभी क्या होगा, थीटा की प्रॉपर्टी क्या होगी, सेटिस्फाई करेगी. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया कि यहाँ पे अगर क्या है एन स्केयर है तो ये क्या होगा, दिस इज ऑल्सो एन स्केयर. सो वी कैन से एन स्केयर इक्वल टू थीटा ऑफ एन स्केयर. यस, इट इज पॉसिबल. देन कैन वी से that theta of n square, theta of n sorry g of n is what, n square. So n square equal to again f of n, f of n means again n square, and here we'll put theta. So again it is following this property. It means in case of theta it will hold the symmetric property, right? So theta is closed under the symmetric property. Now tell me, it is clear or not? Clear? Okay, fine. Let's see the next thing. Next thing is transitive property. Next one is transitive property. Transitive property. Let's see. So in case of transitive property, what will happen? So transitive property we can say, what is a, if a f of n equal to f of n that is equal to order of g of n, order of g of n, and and g of n, g of n equal to order of h of n, equal to order of h of n, order of h of n, then f of n equal to order of h of n also, f of n equal to order of h of n, right? In that case we can say it is holding the transitive property, right? So in case of big O notation, what will happen? Will it follow the transitive property? Can you tell me? Will it hold the transitive property? Yes, what about others? Okay, let's understand. If it is f of n equal to order of g of n, it means let's see the example. Here it is n, f of n means it is n, and g of n assume it is n square, right? Then it is holding this property n equal to order of g of n, we can say this one, right? What about second thing? And g of n equal to order of n, g of n equal to order of h of n. Let's see, g of n already it is n square, so here it is n square equal to order of h of n, h of n assume it is n cube, right? Then can we say, then we can say f of n, f of n is what? It is n, so n equal to order of n cube. It is satisfying or not? Yes, it is satisfying, right? तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि f of n इक्वल टू ऑर्डर ऑफ g of n, इसका मतलब क्या है कि g of n क्या है, ग्रेटर है किससे? f of n से, या इक्वल है? और उसके बाद g of n दैट इज इक्वल टू ऑर्डर ऑफ h of n, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि ऑर्डर ऑफ h of n ग्रेटर देन g of n और इक्वल टू g of n। इसका मतलब ये क्या है, इसके इक्वल या ग्रेटर है। तो फिर ये ऑर्डर ऑफ h of n f of n से भी तो ग्रेटर रहेगा ना, इससे भी तो ग्रेटर रहेगा ना। इसका मतलब क्या हो गया, f of n equal to order of h of n, it will hold this property। Now tell me it is clear or not? So it is holding this property. It is satisfying the transitive property. Clear, clear, okay. Okay, okay, fine. Now let's see the next one. Next is, just a minute. So next one is small omega, small o. In case of small o, what will happen? Here it is small o. Will it satisfy this property? Yes. In case of small o, will it satisfy the transitive property? Okay, let's see the behavior of small o. Small o means if it is f of n that is greater than c dot g of n, right? So this is what the condition for the small o. So here if it is f of n equal to small o of g of n, it means g of n is greater, and after that g of n equal to small o of h of n, it means h of n is greater. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि यहाँ पे सबसे बड़ा कौन हो गया, h of n हो गया, तो f of n से भी तो बड़ा ही होगा ना h of n. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, f of n इक्वल टू स्मॉल o of h of n. हियर ऑल्सो इट इज सेटिस्फाइंग, राइट. तो इसका मतलब क्या होगा, स्मॉल o के केस में भी ये सेटिस्फाई करेगा ट्रांजिटिव प्रॉपर्टी को. नाउ लेट्स सी द नेक्स्ट वन. नेक्स्ट वन इज if f of n equal to omega of g of n, f of n equal to omega of g of n, and g of n equal to omega of h of n, right, omega of h of n, then f of n equal to omega of h of n or not. Yes, will it satisfy this property? Okay. Okay. Yes, definitely it will satisfy the omega condition also. So in case of omega also it is transitive. How it is transitive? Let's see. If it is a f of n equal to n square, and here it is n, so it will satisfy the omega condition. Yes, it will satisfy the omega condition. And g of n, instead of g of n, g of n is what I got, this is n, so here it is n equal to omega of n cube, assume not a n cube, let me say g of n, g of n is, it is n, and here it is, we can say equal, here assume it is n, then can we say f of n, f of n is what, it is n square, so n square equal to omega of n or not, because h of n is what, it is n. ठीक है, so omega of n, so it is satisfying this condition, because n square क्या है इसमें सबसे ग्रेटर रहेगा, है ना, बिकॉज ग्रेटर या इक्वल रहेगा, सो इट इज ग्रेटर और इक्वल देन जी ऑफ एन, और यहाँ पे जी ऑफ एन क्या है, दैट इज ग्रेटर और इक्वल टू एच ऑफ एन, राइट, ये एच ऑफ एन से होगा, तो इसका मतलब यहाँ पे एफ ऑफ एन क्या है, सबसे ग्रेटर है ना, जी ऑफ एन से भी ग्रेटर है, एच ऑफ एन से भी ग्रेटर है, या उसके इक्वल भी है, राइट. तो उस केस में क्या रहेगा, उस केस में एफ ऑफ एन ही ग्रेटर या इक्वल रहेगा, और ग्रेटर या इक्वल रहता है, एफ ऑफ एन ग्रेटर या इक्वल होगा तो क्या सेटिस्फाई करेगा, it will satisfy the omega condition. It means omega is closed under the transitive property, ठीक है, और omega that is holding the transitive property. Now it is clear. Yes, it is clear or not? Okay, clear. Yes, what about the small omega, will it satisfy the transitive property? Small omega, will it satisfy the transitive property? Yes, in case of small omega. Okay. Yes. So in case of small omega also it will satisfy the transitive property. तो small omega के केस में भी क्या करेगा, satisfy करेगा transitive property, because small omega के केस में क्या रहेगा, greater की कंडीशन चेक करेगा, f of n should be greater than g of n, और हमें पता है कि f of n क्या है, g of n से ग्रेटर हो सकता है, और g of n इज ग्रेटर देन h of n। इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, सबसे ग्रेटर कौन है, f of n h of n से भी ग्रेटर रहेगा, यस डेफिनेटली। सो इन दैट केस वी कैन से that it is holding the transitive property. So here that small omega also holding the transitive property. Let's see the next one. What about theta notation? In case of theta, what will happen? Yes, in case of theta, what will happen? Yes. Okay, let me check. So in case of theta also it will satisfy this property, right? In case of theta it will satisfy this property. Let's see what will happen. If it is f of n, if f of n that is equal to theta of g of n, and g of n equal to theta of h of n, then this f of n equal to theta of h of n, f of n equal to theta of h of n, राइट, एफ ऑफ एन इक्वल टू थीटा ऑफ एच ऑफ एन, ये वाली प्रॉपर्टी ये होल्ड करेगा, राइट। कैसे होल्ड करेगा, एफ ऑफ एन इक्वल टू थीटा ऑफ जी ऑफ एन का मतलब क्या हो गया कि यहाँ पे एफ ऑफ एन जी ऑफ एन दोनों क्या रहेंगे, दे विल बी इक्वल। सो हियर इट इज एन, so here also it is n, or let me say here it is n square, so here it is also n square, and again here it is n square, then it is also n square, right, it is also n square. In that case what will happen, we can say it will satisfy this one also, that n square equal to n square, right। तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, ये सेटिस्फाई हो रहा है, यस, और ये भी सेटिस्फाई हो रहा है, तो इसका मतलब ये भी सेटिस्फाई करेगा, राइट। तो इस केस में कह सकते हैं कि ट्रांजिटिव के केस में, सॉरी थीटा नोटेशन के केस में ट्रांजिटिव प्रॉपर्टी क्या होगी, सेटिस्फाई होगी। ओके, नाउ टेल मी इट इज क्लियर और नॉट। Okay, fine. Let's see the next one. Next, there is a question given. consider the following three functions okay, so three functions that we can say: f of n, g of n, and h of n. Okay, f of n, it is f of n, g of n, and h of n. These are the three functions as follows: that f of n equal to order of g of n, f of n equal to order of g of n, and g of n, and g of n not equal to order of f of n. Just a minute. And g of n, that is not equal to order of f of n. Okay, and another statement that g of n equal to order of h of n, g of n equal to order of h of n, and h of n equal to order of g of n, order of g of n, order of g of n. Then these options are given. It is option A, f of n equal to order of h of n, f of n equal to order of h of n. Option B, it is f of n and f of n and g of n, in between it is ending, right? F of n and g of n equal to order of h of n, order of h of n into, just a minute, h of n into h of n. Okay, this is for the first statement, option B. And option C, it is h of n equal to order of f of n, order of f of n. And option D, that is f of n plus g of n, f of n plus g of n equal to order of h of n plus h of n, h of n plus h of n. Yes, which one is the true? Yes, which one is true in this case? Yes, what should be the result? Which one is true, which one is false? Okay, let me simplify this one. What will happen in this case? So here f of n equal to order of g of n, and g of n is not equal to f of n. So by observing this one, we got that g of n is greater, it cannot be equal, right? So g of n is greater than f of n. Assume that f of n that is equal to n, then g of n that is equal to n square. Okay, and after that you observe that g of n equal to order of h of n, then h of n equal to order of g of n, means g of n and order of h of n, they are equal. So we can say h of n is also equal to n square, right? Now you can check out. So here it is f of n. F of n, assume it is n, and order of h of n. H of n is what? It is n square. So can we write down this one in the order form? Yes, definitely we can write down. So this one is true. So first one is true. What about next one? F of n into g of n. F of n is what? It is n, and g of n is what? N square, right? That is equal to order of h of n into h of n. H of n is what? N square, and here it is n square. Okay, assume that we are multiplying this one. So what will happen? N multiply by n, it is n square. N square equal to n 4, right? N square, and here it is equal to n power 4. So again it is satisfying this property, right? So here it is again true. This is also true. Okay, what about next one? H of n equal to order of f of n. Yes, h of n is what? N square, and here it is n, so we cannot write down this one, so here it is false. And what about next one? Next one, f of n, and here it is g of n. F of n is what? It is n. G of n is n square, so here we are taking plus of this one. And what about this one? N square plus n square. So which one is greater? This portion is greater, it means again it is satisfying the order of, right? So here also it is true. Yes, so what Mukesh is saying, just a minute. F of n is bigger. F of n, if that is a bigger one, then it will not satisfy this condition, right? यहाँ पे f of n अगर greater होता, मान लीजिए n क्यूब होता, तो ये satisfy नहीं करेगा, false हो जाता. ऐसे ही दूसरे केसेस में होगा. Yes, so now tell me it is clear or not.